Griffin burrow hunting is a great way to make money, and many people do it. But the spawn monsters from the pets are way too overpowered. So here's a quick guide on how to defeat them easily, and so you won't lose coins or possibly your god pot. So yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so if you didn't know, the mythological ritual happens when the Mayor Diana is in office. So let's go over to the mayor place, and this is Mayor Diana. So if you see this, one of the buffs is gain 25% pet luck, and another buff is the mythological ritual. The second buff isn't like, sometimes it is there, but like sometimes it's not there. So if you read it, then it says Mayor Diana will sell you the Griffin pet, which lets you find mythological creatures and tons of unique items. So you can buy an ancestral spade from here and a Griffin pet, and you need both of these to start grinding. I'm using a rare Griffin pet and this ancestral spade. And yeah, so if you right click the ancestral spade with your Griffin pet out, it makes like one of these trails, and these trails they lead to a Griffin burrow, which if you scoop it up, it puts another arrow to another one, and basically there's a chance it's basically the most likely the second and third Griffin burrows will spawn a mob, and the fourth one will spawn a treasure, and your first one will always give nothing at all. Alright, so the ones with the crit particles are the ones with mobs, the ones with sharpness particles are the ones with nothing, and the ones with like the orangish reddish particles, they're the ones with treasures. So this should be a mob. Yep, it's a stalwart minotaur. Now these things are extremely powerful, and basically nobody really knows how to fight them because they're just way too overpowered. They deal so much damage, and basically how the minotaur works is how many times it hit you, like how many times it hits you is how much damage it'll do more. Like that, I died immediately from that in crystal armor, so I would never recommend using crystal armor for that, obviously. But of course, I had a booster cookie buff, which is super important when you're doing these, because you'll most likely die extremely often, especially when you're using a legendary griffin. Like the inquisitors are like literally the most overpowered thing. It literally is harder to solo a dragon than to kill that thing. Alright, so you're gonna run into some easier mobs like the Minos Hunter. I'm only using a rare griffin, so you wouldn't be able to see things like the Inquisitor and stuff like that. But I can't even fight those. Those are way too strong for me. So there's the easy ones like the Baghira and Bagharas, and there's like the hard ones like the Minotaurs or the Golems, which I'll show to you later. We got a treasure there, even though it was a second. No, yeah. I don't know, second or third. I'm not sure. But yes, there's a chance of getting treasure on your second and third as well. So yeah. Alright, we got another treasure, and this one's a griffin feather. That's nice. Alright, so this is a minotaur. So I would strongly suggest you AOTE very far away. And then go to your wardrobe and change to your strongest armor, preferably like around 500 defense and up, and just start aggroing this thing. Like, it deals a lot of damage if you don't have any defense, but it doesn't really deal much damage if you have over 500 defense. You can see that I killed it easily. So now the problem is that you don't have enough mana in your strongest armor. So if you're richer, and I don't have any money right now, so I'm using crystal armor and swapping to my shadow assassin armor. But if you're richer, you can just buy wise armor, and that'll be good for basically anything. Right, so I just spawned another Minotaur, you know the drill. Do this. I would suggest like a livid dagger, an aspect of the dragons for this. Or like strong dragon armor is fine, flower of truth is fine. I don't think you can really do much range damage to these guys, so don't try to do range damage. And then because you're poor like me, swap back to your crystal armor and continue grinding. Now here's another treasure, it's coins this time. And if you're insanely rich with like a legendary epic griffin, you can buy the Sword of Revelations, which I will just show in a minute after this Minotaur, I guess. Wardrobe here. And then just swing away at this Minotaur. You see like the bleeds thing? Well, that's like how many like times it hits you, and its strength gets multiplied every time it hits you, which is pretty overpowered. Alright, so the Sword of Revelations is over here. If you search Sword of Revelations, you can see that it's a wooden sword. It's around like 16 mil in the event, and you can see that it deals 200% more damage against mythological creatures, but you receive 75% more damage from him. This is like if you're like extremely strong and you just want more damage, and you just want to be able to defeat more mobs but take more damage. If you're a strafer, if you're experienced at PvP and want to destroy the Minos hunters, then yeah. This is a sword, and it also heals 15 hearts per hit, which is basically like lifesteal. So with the griffin pet, well, a common griffin pet, there's actually a chance you'll get the Daedalus stick, but it's extremely rare. You get the Daedalus stick from Minotaurs, like from any rarity, you can get a Daedalus stick, but it's extremely rare as a common, and less rare as a higher tier, like an epic or legendary. Also, try to get a god pot for this, since you'll need that strength and regen, believe me. I believe the rare griffin has unlocked the golem, the Gaia construct or whatever. I'm gonna try to find one. Alright, so we found a golem here. It's actually extremely overpowered, like basically most of these mobs. So the strategy is to like jump around. Of course in your strongest armor set, just like jump around. Because if you stay on the ground, like, it does that, iron thing where, like, it like, ignites the floor and then it strikes lightning on it. It's really, really, really hard to survive. It can two-tap me. So yeah. Now you kill the golem, and yeah, all is well. You just gotta keep jumping and strafing on these mobs. Yeah, so that's basically it for this tutorial. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.